In this video, what we're gonna go over is a haircut tutorial, a mid-fade, skin fade, where we're gonna use clippers and a comb. So throughout this video, you won't see me do any guards, just clip over comb work and then we'll line them up. This is another method on how you can accomplish the same feat, but without using guards. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is, I said medium height. So we're gonna be right here at this point on the side. So we're gonna set it up medium height. So medium height is all the way around, and then we're gonna dip down in the back a little bit just below that occipital. All right? I'm gonna create this line all the way around, medium height, all the way around, and then down in the back. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this up down here, and then we'll get back into the next step. All right, now I'm gonna take these wall vapors, and I'm gonna create this first guideline, okay? So the first line we just created is where our fade is gonna take place at medium height. Now we're gonna start our fade. So I'm gonna go all the way around here, about a finger's width, all the way around. Just like we would start a fade if we were using guards, right? This is another way to achieve the same result. So if you don't wanna switch back and forth with guards, or you don't necessarily understand the guard system, right? You can use clipper over comb. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a little bit bigger of a comb, and I'm gonna go in here just like this, and I'm gonna tilt it out a little bit like I would if I was using a clipper. I'd tilt out the little C scoop action, and I'm gonna start to reduce this a little bit. So I'm gonna come in here, and I'm gonna come across, and all I'm trying to do is just reduce some, okay? I just wanted to reduce a little bit. Anytime you're dealing with lines, you have to reduce them first and then remove them after, okay? The same thing you put a line in with is ultimately what you're gonna take it out with. But everything up until that process is about reducing the level. So you see some of this hair coming off. I come up here, you see the hair that's sticking through, I just come across and cut it off, right? All the way through the back here, see the hair, come across. Now, the reason why I'm cross-cutting right now is because I want to remove the excess bulk, is what I'm trying to do, all right? Now you'll see as we go through this haircut, you'll see me start to do some what I call upcutting, which will be to start to develop the fade. All right, right now this is just removing bulk. And as you can see, I'm just taking it layer by layer. I don't have to go and switch guards and all that. I'm just in here now. I want to show you this. As I come up here, you see this is the cut hair, this is the uncut hair, this is the cut hair. So once I identify that guide, I'm out of there. Right, then I'm gone. I'm gonna come here. Right, and I'm removing all this excess. All right, and you see I used a bigger comb because I was going into areas where the hair was much longer. If you enjoy tutorials like the one you're watching now, I want to invite you to ProFresh Barber Academy and tell you a little bit more about what the hands-on experience is truly like. Come on in here. So we have a floor of over 20-something stations where we have students constantly cutting and engaging in cutting all hair textures. We do over 150 clients weekly, Monday through Thursday. So there's plenty of reps. Every student in here gets about 3 to 4 reps, you know, on the regular. So just imagine if you sacrificed and went to school for 12 months, not only would you end up with your license, but your skill set would be far beyond your peers who either didn't go to school, think they can learn everything from YouTube, or picked a bad school. If you don't want that to be you, go to ProFreshBarberAcademy.com or check out the description underneath this video for more information. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come down a little bit lighter. Still gonna use a white comb because I need the contrast, right? So I'll start with the bigger teeth, right? And start to come up on it a little bit. This here is gonna help me create my fade. Okay? And I'm using the wider teeth. And you're gonna start to see it even get a little bit more faint as we go through. Because you see that hair sticking through there? Right? Now what I'm doing is upcutting. This is more for the blending. I already done cleared out the bulk. Now I'm doing the blending. Right? I want to come back, do a little bit more, The key when you're doing clip over comb is take a little bit at a time so you can see it. Now, if I want to just stay in this area, just so I can show you, right? I can even go with the smaller teeth now and go even a little bit closer, right? Because the smaller teeth is going to increase the tension. It's going to grab a little bit more. Okay? You start to see the fade already coming together. Okay, so you see me going through it now, right? Just little bit by little bit. Just attacking areas where I see the hair coming through the comb. Just like it would if we had a guard. Now, if you look at that, that doesn't look bad, right? But guess what? The same principles still apply, right? The same principles still apply. Meaning, I got to take the line out with what I put it in with. Right now, what we're doing is reducing. I'm using the smaller teeth. Now, remember I put this second line in with this all the way open. Watch this. Now I take that all the way open and I go up using my corner to just create the transition from one level to the next. Right? And if you look at that, that looks faded, don't it? Right? I could touch up a little bit if I want to. Now the crazy part is that hair on top is long. Right? It's longer than any guard that we got. But we don't necessarily need it because we used our comb as a tool, right, to create the effect that we wanted. Right? And then we remember that bottom line, right? We got to take that out. So now we start reducing that. I got the clippers all the way halfway, at the halfway mark. Right? And then I have it all the way closed. And then guess what? That principle of what I put it in with, I got to take it out with. I got to use that. So now I'm back in here and I'm taking this point by point by point, right? Just kind of point cutting at it. All right, but using an outliner. If I see anything that needs to be refined, I can go back and touch up anything that may need to be refined. But you see that blended right there. Right? Now, for comparison, let's look at back here where I didn't do it. Right? You see where we were at? See where we started at? And how long did that take? 5 minutes? That didn't even take long. So that's why some barbers like to use clipper over comb, because they can just keep the same two implements and the tool in their hand and just go right through it, go right through it, go right through it. This helps you cut down on speed. Now, if you're a barber looking to maximize efficiency, this could be a system for fading that you use to help you get your time down. More time can translate into more money if you're efficient. All right, now, so what you just saw me do was hairline prep, right? So I took a cleanser infused with some essential oils to still not dry the skin out too much, but I wanted to make sure I really cleaned the areas. So when I put the liners on it, you're gonna see it's gonna give it a little bit more extra pop. So we don't have to use chalk pencils and makeup and all this other stuff. Just a little quick line prep, hot towel, feels good, relaxes the client, and it's gonna make sure I clean the area that I'm ultimately about to line up. Now what I'm gonna do is, you'll see me here, I'm just kind of combing this out a little bit. We don't, like I said, we don't want much off the top at all, but I wanna get this front line. I wanna take this comb in here and kind of trim some of this off a little bit, right? Just so when I put the line on there, it's nice and crisp. All right, first thing I'm gonna do, for this one, I'm just gonna put the line right here. You can kind of see the natural ash line, right, from the prep, okay? Then we'll come down here. We'll line up right here, in the back here. And you'll get a chance to see that. We'll come here, and we'll go right here, and I'll go right into this. Right, create us a little line right there, and then I'm gonna come right around here. And you're gonna start to see me draw with the corner of my blade a line. We'll ultimately go back and clean it up with the razor. We'll come right here, mark our line right there, and then we're gonna come up here and draw that line right on there. Right, and this is natural, nothing else added to it. Alright, and that kind of gives us a nice crisp line, right, at least to start out with. Then we'll go here, and I can come right in here and I can create this razor line. Right, stretch that skin with that thumb. Alright, up top here, right, all I'm trying to do is clean up with the razor. Stretch it, use the heel, and come right along your line. Alright, we're going to do the same thing on the other side.